Vancouver is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, a place where glass towers meet the ocean and snow-capped mountains rise right at the edge of downtown. Before you book anything, here is everything you actually need to know before you go. We are covering entry requirements, getting around, the best areas to stay, safety, real costs, the best time to visit, and the mistakes first-timers keep making. From the seawall of Stanley Park to the market stalls of Granville Island and the mountains of the North Shore, Vancouver packs an extraordinary range of nature and city into one compact place. Save this video before you start booking, because we are answering the questions people actually search before landing in Vancouver. Let us start with entry, since Vancouver is straightforward to reach for most travelers. United States citizens need only a valid passport to enter Canada, with no visa required for tourist stays of up to 6 months. Visitors from many other visa-exempt countries, including the United Kingdom and Australia, need an electronic travel authorization, or ETA, when arriving by air, a simple online application that costs only a few dollars. Apply for the ETA well before your flight, since it is linked to your passport and required before you board, and always confirm the current rules close to your travel date. Most visitors arrive at Vancouver International Airport, known as YVR, which sits about a 30-minute ride south of downtown and consistently ranks among the best airports in North America. The easiest way downtown is the Canada Line, a fast SkyTrain route that connects the airport directly to the city center in about 25 minutes for a modest fare. Once in the city, Vancouver's public transit is excellent, combining the driverless SkyTrain, an extensive bus network, and the Seabus ferry across the harbor, all on one Compass card. Buy a Compass card or use contactless tap to pay, and a day pass quickly pays for itself if you plan to ride more than a couple of times across zones. Downtown Vancouver is compact and very walkable, and the flat seawall makes it one of the best cities anywhere for exploring on foot or by bike. The little rainbow-colored Aquabus and False Creek ferries are a charming, cheap way to hop between downtown, Granville Island, and Yaletown across the water. You almost certainly do not need a rental car for a city-focused trip. Transit and walking cover the highlights, and downtown parking is scarce and expensive. A rental car only makes sense if you plan to explore beyond the city, driving the sea-to-sky highway to Whistler or out to the wineries and towns of the region. Cycling is genuinely a way of life here, with protected bike lanes throughout downtown and a public bike share system that makes the seawall loop an easy, unforgettable ride. And remember that Canada uses its own dollar, so budget for the exchange rate, and know that tap-to-pay cards are accepted almost everywhere across the city. If you do drive, note that the sea-to-sky highway and the mountain roads can see fog, rain, and snow well outside of winter, so check conditions before setting off. Rideshare and taxis are both available in Vancouver, though transit is so good that most visitors rarely need them within the city itself. Where you stay shapes your whole trip, so let us break down the best areas. Downtown Vancouver is the obvious first choice, central to the shops, restaurants, and the waterfront, and within walking distance of Stanley Park. The West End, between downtown and Stanley Park, is a leafy, walkable residential neighborhood with easy beach access and a more relaxed feel while staying close to everything. Yaletown, a converted warehouse district along False Creek, offers stylish restaurants, waterfront patios, and a trendy, upscale atmosphere popular with visitors who want a lively base. Gastown, the city's oldest neighborhood, charms with cobblestone streets, the famous steam clock, and a concentration of boutiques and restaurants, though it sits right beside a rougher area to be aware of. Kitsilano, across the water, is the classic laid-back beach neighborhood with a beautiful beach, independent shops along West 4th Avenue, and a healthy, outdoorsy vibe. Mount Pleasant and the Main Street corridor offer a hip, local scene of craft breweries, coffee shops, and independent boutiques, a favorite for travelers wanting a more neighborhood feel. For a first trip, downtown or the West End give you the best balance of walkability, sights, and easy transit access to everything the city is known for. Families and travelers wanting calm often prefer the West End or Kitsilano, where the pace slows down and the beaches and parks are right at your doorstep. Budget travelers will find better value in neighborhoods like Mount Pleasant or across the water, still an easy SkyTrain or bus ride from the downtown core. Be aware of the downtown east side, a small area near Gastown and Chinatown with visible homelessness and drug use. It is not a place to base yourself, though the main tourist areas nearby are fine by day. If you want mountain and nature access, staying near the sea bus makes it easy to reach the North Shore, Grouse Mountain and Capilano within about half an hour. Whatever you choose, book early for summer. Vancouver's peak season fills up fast and downtown hotel prices climb sharply from June through August. For the best of both worlds, Yaletown and the West End put you within walking distance of downtown while feeling calmer and more residential in the evenings. And if a mountain view matters to you, ask for a north-facing room downtown, where the North Shore peaks rise dramatically across the harbor. On to the must-sees, starting with Stanley Park, a 1,000-acre urban rainforest ringed by a seawall path with jaw-dropping views of the mountains, ocean, and skyline. Rent a bike and ride the full Stanley Park seawall loop, passing totem poles, beaches, and the famous Lions Gate Bridge, one of the great city experiences anywhere. Granville Island is a former industrial peninsula transformed into a vibrant public market, packed with fresh food stalls, artisan shops, and street performers. Head to the North Shore for Grouse Mountain, where a gondola, or the punishing grouse grind hike, leads to sweeping views over the whole city and the sea beyond. The Capilano Suspension Bridge sways high above a river gorge in a temperate rainforest, a thrilling and beautiful classic just 20 minutes from downtown. Wander historic Gastown for its cobblestone streets, the steam-powered clock, and some of the city's best restaurants and boutiques tucked into old brick buildings. Explore Vancouver's beaches, from English Bay downtown to Kitsilano and Spanish Banks, where on a clear day you can swim with a backdrop of mountains and freighters. Visit the Museum of Anthropology at the University of British Columbia, home to a world-class collection of indigenous art and towering carved totem poles. Stroll or picnic at Queen Elizabeth Park and the nearby Van Dusen Botanical Garden for some of the best gardens and city panoramas in Vancouver. Take the sea bus across the harbor to Lonsdale Quay for its market, waterfront views, and an easy taste of the North Shore without a car. For sweeping views without the hike, the Vancouver Lookout Observation Deck offers a 360-degree panorama of the city, mountains, and water. Explore Chinatown, one of the largest in North America, and the serene Dr. Sun Yat-sen Classical Chinese Garden hidden within it. And if you visit in the right season, a whale-watching tour from the harbor offers the chance to see orcas and humpbacks in the waters off the coast. Science World's geodesic dome on False Creek is a fun stop for families, and its waterfront setting makes it a landmark even if you just admire it from the seawall. Now let us talk safety. Vancouver is generally a very safe city for travelers, with violent crime against tourists rare and most visitors experiencing no trouble at all. The main thing to know is the downtown east side, a small but stark area around East Hastings Street near Gastown and Chinatown with heavy homelessness and open drug use. It is not an area to explore, and while it can look confronting, it is generally not dangerous to pass through by day. Simply avoid wandering into it, especially at night. Petty theft and car break-ins are the most common issues, so never leave valuables visible in a parked car. A genuine problem at trailheads and beach parking lots. Keep an eye on your belongings on transit and in crowded tourist spots, and use the same common sense you would in any major city after dark. Vancouver's outdoor activities carry their own risks, so if you hike the local mountains, check conditions, tell someone your plan, and never underestimate how quickly weather changes. The ocean and mountain weather can shift fast, so carry a layer even on a sunny day. and respect posted warnings on trails and at the beaches. Emergency services are reliable, and the general emergency number across Canada is 911, which you can call from any phone at no charge. Tap water is clean and safe to drink throughout Vancouver, so bring a reusable bottle and refill it rather than buying bottled water. Wildlife is part of the experience here, and while rare in the city, black bears and coyotes exist in the surrounding areas, so follow local guidance if you venture into nature. Solo travelers, including women, generally report feeling very safe in Vancouver, with the standard nighttime precautions applying as they would anywhere. Overall, Vancouver's reputation as one of the safest big cities in North America is well-earned, and a little awareness of the one rough area is all most visitors ever need. If you rent a car for day trips, be extra cautious about theft at popular trailhead lots, where thieves specifically target vehicles left by hikers for the day. Let us get practical about cost, because Vancouver is one of the most expensive cities in Canada, with high prices for hotels and dining, especially in summer. Expect a mid-range downtown hotel to run around $200 to $400 Canadian dollars a night in peak season, with rates dropping meaningfully in the winter months. A sit-down dinner for two at a mid-range restaurant commonly runs $80 to $150 Canadian dollars, though the city's incredible ethnic eateries can feed you very well for far less. For visitors from the United States, the favorable exchange rate softens the blow, since your dollar generally stretches further against the Canadian dollar. A realistic budget for a week in Vancouver for two people, including a mid-range hotel, meals, transit, and activities, lands somewhere around $2,500 to $4,000 Canadian dollars. Budget travelers can cut costs sharply by eating at the city's famous cheap sushi spots, food trucks, and Asian restaurants, some of the best value dining in North America. Many of Vancouver's best experiences are free. Walking the Stanley Park seawall, relaxing on the beaches, and exploring the neighborhoods cost nothing at all. Sales taxes are added at the register rather than shown on the sticker, so expect roughly 12% on top of listed prices for most goods and dining. Tipping follows the North American standard of around 15 to 20% at restaurants, so factor that into every meal out. Attractions like Grouse Mountain, the Capilano Suspension Bridge, and whale-watching tours are memorable but pricey, so pick a couple rather than trying to do them all. Groceries and public markets like Granville Island are a great way to assemble a picnic and stretch your budget while enjoying the waterfront. And watch for the same summer surge that hits hotels in tour and activity pricing. Booking ahead often locks in a better rate than buying on the day. Consider a transit day pass and a couple of neighborhood walking days to balance out the splurges on the marquee mountain attractions. So when is the best time to go? For most travelers, the summer months of July through September are the sweet spot, with warm, dry, sunny days perfect for the beaches and mountains. Summer is peak season for good reason, but it also brings the highest prices and biggest crowds, so book accommodation and popular tours well in advance. Late spring, from May into June, is lovely, with cherry blossoms giving way to green, mild weather, and thinner crowds before the summer rush arrives. Early fall in September and October offers crisp air, fall colors, and quieter attractions, one of the most underrated windows to visit the city. Winter is famously wet and gray in the city, with frequent rain, but that same weather blankets the nearby mountains in snow for world-class skiing. Vancouver is one of the few places where you can ski in the morning and walk a mild seaside seawall in the afternoon, thanks to its mild coastal climate. If skiing or snowboarding is your goal, the season on the local mountains and at Whistler runs roughly from late November into April. The city rarely gets truly cold or snowy at sea level, but pack a good rain layer for any visit outside the peak summer months. The cherry blossoms in late March and early April are a genuine spectacle, drawing photographers to streets and parks across the city. Whale watching season generally runs from spring through fall, peaking in summer, so time your trip accordingly if seeing orcas is a priority. Whatever season you choose, layers are the key to comfort. since coastal weather can shift from sun to drizzle and back within a single day. And note that summer weekends around holidays draw crowds to Stanley Park and the beaches, so an early start makes a real difference. The long summer days are a hidden perk, with daylight stretching past 9 in the evening in June, giving you far more time to explore after dinner. If festivals interest you, summer brings the fireworks of the celebration of light over English Bay, drawing huge crowds to the waterfront on show nights. Vancouver is a spectacular base for day trips, so let us cover the best ones, starting with the obvious. Whistler, about 2 hours north along the stunning Sea to Sky Highway, is a world-famous mountain resort worth a day or an overnight. The Sea to Sky Highway drive itself is an attraction, hugging the coast past Shannon Falls and the Sea to Sky gondola near the town of Squamish. The North Shore Mountains, Grouse and Seymour, are so close they barely count as a day trip, offering hiking, gondolas, and views right above the city. Cross to Vancouver Island by ferry to visit Victoria, the charming provincial capital, with its harbor, gardens, and British colonial character. The famous Butchart Gardens near Victoria are among the most beautiful display gardens in the world, a worthwhile stop if you make the island trip. Note that the ferry to Vancouver Island takes about 90 minutes and can fill up in summer, so reserve a sailing in advance if you are bringing a car. Steveston, a historic fishing village in Richmond just south of the city, offers fresh seafood off the docks and a charming, low-key half-day escape. Head east into the Fraser Valley for farm stands, wineries, and the dramatic hikes and hot springs around Harrison and the surrounding mountains. Deep Cove, a quaint village on the North Shore, offers gentle kayaking on a calm inlet and a beloved short hike to a lookout, all close to the city. Bowen Island, a short ferry hop from Horseshoe Bay, gives you a quick, easy taste of Gulf Island life within reach of the city. For a bigger adventure, the towering old-growth forests and beaches of the region reward travelers willing to venture a little farther from the center. Many of these trips are doable by transit or organized tour, but a rental car gives you the freedom to combine several stops in a single day. If you only have time for one, Whistler in summer or winter is the classic choice, delivering mountain scenery that lives up to every photograph. A quick word on food and culture, because Vancouver's dining scene is one of its greatest surprises, shaped by its position on the Pacific and its huge Asian communities. The Asian food here is exceptional, with some of the best Chinese, Japanese, and Korean food outside of Asia. And the city's cheap sushi is legendary among locals. Fresh Pacific seafood is a highlight, from spot prawns in season to salmon and oysters. Best enjoyed at a waterfront restaurant with a view. Do not miss the food truck scene downtown and the Japadog stands that fuse Japanese flavors with the humble hot dog into a local icon. Vancouver is a famously health-conscious, outdoorsy city, so expect abundant vegetarian, vegan, and farm-to-table options alongside the seafood and noodles. Canadians have a reputation for politeness that is well-earned, so a friendly, patient manner and a please and thank you go a long way here. Tipping is expected at around 15 to 20% in restaurants and for services, similar to the rest of North America. Vancouver takes its coffee and its craft beer seriously, and spending an afternoon hopping between the breweries of Mount Pleasant is a genuinely local experience. The city sits on the traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations, and Indigenous culture and art are an important, visible part of its identity. Dress is generally casual and outdoorsy, with function valued over fashion, so comfortable layers and good walking shoes fit right in. And embrace the relaxed West Coast pace. Vancouverites genuinely love their mountains, ocean, and outdoor life, and joining in is the best way to experience the city. The city is famously multicultural, and exploring its distinct communities, from Chinatown to the Punjabi market, is a delicious way to understand what makes Vancouver tick. Cannabis is legal in Canada, but public consumption rules apply just like alcohol, so be mindful of where and how you partake if that is part of your trip. Finally, the mistakes first-timers keep making. Number 1 is renting a car for a city-only trip, then paying for expensive parking when the SkyTrain, buses, and seawall would have served better. Number 2 is underestimating the rain outside of summer, showing up without a waterproof layer, and being caught out by the city's famously wet climate. Number 3 is only seeing downtown and missing the mountains and North Shore that make Vancouver unique, when they are just a short sea bus or drive away. Number 4 is trying to cram Whistler, Victoria, and the city into a short trip, when each really deserves its own unhurried day. Number 5 is wandering into the downtown east side expecting a normal neighborhood, then feeling uneasy, simply know the area and route around it. Number 6 is not booking popular attractions and Whistler trips ahead in summer, when tours and hotels sell out and prices climb sharply. Number 7 is forgetting the sales tax and tipping added on top of listed prices, then being surprised when the bill runs higher than expected. Number 8 is skipping the cheap, world-class Asian food in favor of pricier tourist restaurants and missing some of the best value meals in the city. Number 9 is leaving valuables visible in a parked car at a trailhead or beach, one of the few genuinely common crimes here. Number 10 is packing for just one kind of weather, when Vancouver rewards layers you can add or shed as the coastal conditions change. Number 11 is not allowing time to simply relax on the seawall or a beach. The unhurried outdoor pace is the whole point of the city. Avoid these and you sidestep the exact frustrations that turn a first Vancouver trip from spectacular into merely soggy. So who is Vancouver actually best for? If you love the outdoors, few cities on Earth put world-class hiking, skiing, beaches, and biking so close to a polished downtown. Nature lovers are spoiled, with rainforest, ocean, and mountains all reachable within an hour, and wildlife from eagles to orcas close at hand. Foodies find one of North America's most exciting and best value dining scenes, especially for Asian food and fresh Pacific seafood. Couples and honeymooners are drawn to the scenery, the seawall sunsets, and the easy romance of pairing the city with Whistler or Victoria. Families do wonderfully here with beaches, parks, Science World, and Grouse Mountain offering a mix of easy nature and city fun. Active travelers who want to fill their days with kayaking, cycling, and hiking will find Vancouver almost purpose-built for them. It is a bit less suited to travelers chasing non-stop nightlife or bargain basement prices, since the city is relaxed in the evenings and genuinely expensive. Photographers and scenery seekers will find few cities more rewarding, with mountains, ocean, forest, and skyline often framed in a single view. Repeat visitors keep returning because the city is really a base camp, with a different mountain, island, or valley to explore on every trip. And if you want a first taste of Canada that blends cosmopolitan city life with staggering natural beauty, Vancouver is one of the most complete introductions the country offers. That is everything you need to know before visiting Vancouver in 2026, from entry requirements to knowing what to skip. Which part of the trip are you most excited for? Stanley Park, the mountains, or a day trip to Whistler? Tell us in the comments below. If this guide helped you plan your trip, please like and subscribe for more honest, in-depth travel guides from our small channel. Thank you for watching, and aloha from Kahana Designs. Until next time, safe travels and sweet dreams.